All right. Welcome to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and it's time for another of Dev's deck. If you like tonight's show, make sure you give it that thumbs up, and if you like the content in general, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And as always, this video is brought to you by manatraders, a quick and easy to use rental service for Magic Online and Magic the Gathering in paper. If you want to sign up for manatraders, check the link in the description box below, along with the coupon code SideboardMTG50 Blue to save yourself 15% on your first 3 months when you sign up. Alright, so we've got another Devs deck, and this is not it. This is what I was recording earlier. Alright, Devs deck, here we go. No Venerated Lockstone. This is a Raging Swordtooth deck. Dinos. How's everyone doing? I'm going to go over this Dinos deck really quick, then we'll get pulled up on the chat, and we'll say hello to everyone in chat really quick. Alright, so Dinos. So first off, this is a ramp deck. We've got Thunderherd Migration, which is a 2-mana ramp spell if you have a Dino to reveal. If you do not have a Dino to reveal, it's going to cost you 3 mana to cast this spell, but for the most part, you're just going to go get a basic land, put it on the battlefield, tap, no matter what you're paying for it. Drover the Mighty, this is not Land of War Elf, and Dev said that he wanted a creature that was not just a dead mana dork at the in the later game, and that's why Dev chose Drover the Mighty here. It goes on par with the dinosaur theme, and as soon as we do get a dinosaur down, this becomes much more than a Land of War Elf, as we can start beating with it. We do have early dinosaurs like Deathgorge Scavenger, but in the early game, we're either going to be playing Drover the Mighty, Thunderherd Migration, or a Gift of Paradise to be able to get us that additional ramp we need so that we can get some of these other dinosaurs down. Now, when we start looking at the rest of the curve, we're going to see some pretty good size dinosaurs here, but none of them are going to be so large that we just can't cast them. And we do have cards like Commune with Dinosaurs to help us actually dig for these dinosaurs, allowing us to look at the top 5 cards of our library and either take a dinosaur or a land from among those cards, allowing us to either hit our land drops or play more dinosaurs. Drawing this late game will help us get more dinosaurs, whereas drawing it in the early game, if we don't have our land drops, it'll help us dig for our land. Now, once we start playing those dinosaurs, we're looking at Ripjaw Raptor or Raging Regisaur. Now, Raging Regisaur, whenever it attacks, it deals 1 damage to any target. This is going to be really good against some of the the lower to the ground decks, as every time we send our 4/4 into the red zone, we might be removing one of their small blockers, or even making them put some take some life, when we do damage to something like an Adanto or something like that. So I kind of like Raging Regisaur here. 4 mana, being able to get this down really early. Most of the time we should be able to get this down by turn 3. If we hit, either a Drover or a Thunderherd Migration, we can get this down very early. If we already have a Ripjaw Raptor down, we can also swing with a Raging Regisaur and actually target the Regisaur Alpha. I mean the Ripjaw Raptor, in order to get a couple extra cards there, from triggers and stuff like that. Raging Swordtooth, however, and that's the card I have for the background here. Raging Swordtooth, when it enters the battlefield, it's going to do 1 damage to each other creature, so that'll trigger your Ripjaw Raptor. It'll work kind of like Goblin Chain Whirler works, only it's 5 mana. But we can cast this quite early with cards like Drover the Mighty and Thunderherd Migration and Gift of Paradise. So, I mean, I'm not worried about not being able to cast these 5 drops. Charging Monstrosaur, one of my favorite dinosaurs that was printed. I really like this for 5 mana. It's really easy to squeeze this into a lot of different decks. It's not restrictive on the mana cost, as it's only 1 red and 4 colorless, and it gives you a 5/5 with Trample and Haste, getting in there really quick, finishing the game off really fast. It's kind of exactly what you want to do. And then we've got 2 copies of Tetsamok here, so that we can do some revealing, hit that extra Tetsamok or something like that, get this onto the battlefield. Once we have a bunch of mana, this is going to be really easy for us to kind of raft our opponent's board when the Tetsamok enters the battlefield. We've also got some status to statue, and status to statue works really well with a couple of our dinosaurs. If we give Raging Regisaur Death Touch, this can swing and then kill anything. Same thing for Raging Swordtooth. If this enters the battlefield with the trigger on the stack, we can go ahead and cast status, giving it Death Touch. It'll just wipe the board. And at that point, we're just going to kind of take over the game, or at least we should. Now, in the sideboard, we've got you know, a pretty simple, straightforward plan here. We've got Duress, we've got Lightning Strike, Fiery Cannonade, and Fight with Fire. That's it. And that's mainly because this is a budget deck. I think that if you were not going to be on a budget plan, or building a budget deck, you'd want some like Carnage Tyrants or something like that in the deck. But all in all, the deck should be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get started with it. So if you guys want to check out Dev's version of the deck tech, as always, the link is up there in the information box. And let's get over to chat and see what's up. What's up, everyone? There's chat. There's everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? I know I made everyone wait, and I fell behind yesterday. Yesterday was not a good day for me in streaming and Magic and everything, so I fell behind. I needed to get that meta coverage out, so I had to take some time, and we got that out this afternoon. But we should be ready to rock and roll now. Yes, this is a budget list. So, yeah, I know, Tier 1 jank. I'm a slacker. But all in all, like this will be a fun list. If you guys get a chance, go check out my top 8 rant about the top 8 decks. As I was breaking down the top 8, for those of you that, like, I'll take a minute here before we get into stream, but for those of you that were looking at the top 8 deck list from the Pro Tour, like, the top 8 had 6 copies of Boros Aggro in it, and when you look at those 6 copies, you pull out all the cards they have in common, you end up with these 36 cards here, which makes me want to just run these 36 cards and go, okay, what else can we add to this to give us a, I think it's just like add a couple Pride of Conquerors. You can cut a couple cards and add in a couple other cards if you want, but all of the decks are just like based around this core package here. All of the decks had some combination of these cards, and most of the decks had all of these cards in them. So check out that top 8 that I did. I didn't just do the top 8 decks, considering 6 of them were the same. So, talked a little bit about Brad Nelson's deck list, a little bit about Reed Duke's deck list, the Jeskai Control list, the Grixis, Shota's Grixis list, Yuya Watanabe's 5th place, Is It Drake list, or Is It Arclight Phoenix list. So, there's a lot of little tidbits over there. And some of my thoughts about what we should do with some of these decks going forward. So, anyway, Mono Black. You was playing You're playing in the Milwaukee GP next weekend. It's your first big event. You're torn on what to play. Be careful playing aggressive decks. I expect this coming weekend everyone to be prepared with answers in their sideboard for the aggressive decks. That was another thing that I mentioned about, if you look at all of the top 8 lists, and if you look at all the lists and everything from the Pro Tour, most of those decks just weren't ready for anything that had a really, really aggressive plan or a go-wide plan. There was just wasn't as many sweepers as we'd normally see. Even the Jeskai Control deck, even the Jeskai Control list, didn't run Settle the Wreckage. I mean, everything was based on Deafening Clarion, and you can get around Deafening Clarion with a Danto Vanguard and Dauntless Bodyguard, which was in almost all of the list as well. So, if you're looking to just Deafening Clarion to buy some time, and they get to leave like 5 power onto the battlefield, that's not going to be really good for you. So, do be wary of that. I think that there's going to be a lot. I think there's going to be a lot more, people playing, board sweepers and Pirates Pillage and just other ways to sweep the board early and often. And that doesn't mean that you won't have a good run with an aggressive deck. I just don't really think that that's where I want to be right now. Trying to play an aggressive deck. If people do move into more deafening Clarions and things like that, I think that we'll see more Golgari pop up next week, because Golgari is still like the best deck. It has like the best the best chances at beating all of the other decks in the meta. So again, if you guys are looking to get into a big tournament this coming week, just be mindful that a lot of people are going to be playing aggressive decks. Make sure that you have a plan to sweep the board, and that you have a plan to avoid having the board swept on you. Like that's either you be ready to sweep the board, or you be ready for them to sweep the board. So just that would be part of my advice. But we could get a lot more in depth than that. What website do I find these decks from? I use TCG Player. I'll go back and put a link to TCG Player's top 8 in my my list. But when I just want to see the top decks that come out and stuff like that, you can just go to TCG Player, Pro Tour Guilds of Ravnica, and they've actually got all of 156 decks here. I was looking for Seth Mansfield's deck, did not see it, but Seth did play his deck. So, but yeah, you can see all of these. Yuya Watanabe's Drake's deck. You can go in and take a look at everything. You want to see Reed Duke's green-black mid-range, what he took. Shota's control deck. Bradley Nelson here at on black-green mid-range. If For the Horde is here, Eddie Caldwell, a friend of mine from Mana Works back in Phoenix, actually coming 33rd through 64th place with mono red. That's pretty cool. Let's see what Eddie was playing really quick. Straight up, Fanatical Firebrand, Get 2 Lava Runner, Goblin Chain Whirler, 2 Phoenix, Runaway Steamkin, Vishino Pyromancer, 4 Experimental Frenzies, 4 Lightning Strikes, 4 Shocks, 4 Wizard Lightning. Go figure. Straight up, like the mono red deck. Yeah, so that was something we didn't see much of. We did not see much, Dawn of Hope in the white decks and stuff like that. But if you guys want to like check out TCG Player or something like that, you guys can. Oh, I'm actually going to put that in my clipboard for right now. Anyway, let's go play some. Let's go play some dinosaurs. Some dinosaurs. Well, that's a dinosaur. I'm gonna say it like that the rest of the night. We're just gonna say dinosaur. Playing against Drug Mountain. Alright. Alright. Dawn of Hope is a good card. It is a good card. And like I said, I was actually expecting to see more Dawn of Hope, but didn't. This is not a bad hand. We've got some lands. We do need to hit a red source. We don't have any ramp. But if we hit a red source between now and like turn 4, we're probably going to be okay. Hold on to your butts. Right? Ah, there we go. There's our red source. I mean, with all the ramp and ways to go get cards in the deck, I assume that we should have a way to, like, even a Drover wouldn't be bad because it would like kill this. Yeah. I'm gonna reveal. I'm going to reveal Raging Regisaur. I don't think I need the black source yet, so I'm just going to go get the red source. And next turn, I'm actually going to just play Raging Regisaur. Getting the 4-powered body down will do a lot, so it's nice to play giant fatties. So, if the opponent is doing this, I may actually go for Gift of Paradise here, unless we hit another land off the top. Okay, we did hit another land off the top, so that backs me off of Gift of Paradise. I'm just going to play the Raging Regisaur now. Now, the plan is here, we'll sacrifice this Raging Regisaur, expecting him to add like Lightning Strike or Shock or something like that. If he puts another creature down... Okay, so there's a Shock. Another Shock. Alright, so double Shock. That took 2 cards from him. And then next turn we get to play the Raging Swordtooth. I'm going to get these mixed up all night, guys. Oh, this is going to happen. Raging Swordtooth will sweep the board here. And our opponent's stuck on land, so... Alright, we can play the Swamp. Let's play the Raging Swordtooth. This will enter the battlefield and sweep the board. And that works pretty well for us. I mean, just getting rid of these. And then next turn we can put more power onto the battlefield if we want. You can have that. You can have that. You can have that. I'm not paying 3 life for 2 life. Plus, I'd rather him. Okay, you drew 3 cards, dude. I mean, he can have the land. Oh, see, this works well. This works really well. I'm going to enchant my red source here. We'll gain 3 life. We'll do 5 points of damage. I mean, he's got a shock, so he can hit our Death Cord Scavenger here. So I'm actually just going to play Raging Regisaur. And you know, now we're poised to put on a pretty good race. Sovereign. All right, so Sovereign's Bite. You got another Sovereign's Bite. Okay. So we're back down to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we get to do everything. This is a really big hit. Our opponent's at 7. I am going to go ahead, pay green. We're going to go Death Gorge Scavenger. I'm just going to eat a Virtual Pyromancer just to gain 2 extra points of life, and the opponent will scoop it up on that one. What's up? How's everyone doing? Dino Whirler, right? Dino Whirler. Oh man, can you imagine that? Like, Chain Whirler's just got dinosaurs at the end of his chains, just like snap, 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 snap. Man, that'd be wicked. Oh, could I send that 1 point to the face? I thought it was only to creature. That was, I just didn't know what I was doing. That's why, Ninja. That's why. I thought it was only to a creature. Yes, I should have sent that to face. Sure should have sent that to face. He would have been at 6. Yeah. Any target. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. I didn't realize that. Okay, so I think I want Fiery Cannonade here. Maybe Fiery Cannonade over Thunderherd. Yeah, I like that. I think Thunderherd might be a little slow. We may actually want Lightning Strike and just deal with some of the small dudes. Tetsamot would be nice, but I'm going to take a couple of these out. Let's get rid of all the Thunderherds. Bring in some Lightning Strikes, and let's say just 2 Fiery Cannonades. Run it like that. Should have been. You think we're pretty well favored here? Well, we don't have a lot of... we don't have a lot of Ooh, it's a nasty draw. Oh. We don't have a lot of life gain, is what I was going to say. So we do have to kind of curve out and do some good stuff here. We are only one land away, but we're not going to be able to turn one this commune. This is, I don't think we can keep this hand. I just don't think we can keep this hand. So it's a little better. I'll keep. Keeping this on top means that we get to use our commune to actually get another threat. So I will. We'll play Forest. Go ahead and play the commune. And with commune, we can get a Sword Tooth, which we can play if we get one more land. I think I would rather have the threat than an additional land right now, so I am going to take the Sword Tooth. We'll put these back in any order and pass the turn. He had to step away for a minute. Nightbot. Is that you, J Miles? Electrostatic field. Alright. You're funny, J Miles. You're funny. Well, not a lot of options here. We don't have a lot of turn twos, so Sword Point Diplomacy, dealing some damage to us. Let's see what he's got. What can he keep? I will take 3 damage for Fight with Fire. And then if he wants to stick multiple spells. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to Rootbound Crag. We'll gain 3 life. We'll go ahead and get our ramp on. And then next turn, we're looking at, I don't know, charging Monster Sword and just go to work. And get 2 Lava Runner. Okay. Is this a Pyromancer? Risk factor. Well, yeah, I'm going to take 4 damage. The opponent getting in there. Maybe we play... Maybe we play Ripjaw Raptor? Just to force him to deal with it? Yeah, I kind of like Ripjaw here. I mean, any way that he could deal with Ripjaw is going to require damage. So, yeah. How do I feel about 2 Elvish Rejuvenator for 2 Thunderherds? I like Elvish Rejuvenator. I really do like the card, so. Don't change it to Tybalt. Don't become Tybalt. Alright, so he's not going to swing into our Ripjaw Raptor. So Ripjaw alone may hold back the tides here. I guess he's going to get ready for another risk factor here. So I'm going to go a little bit of a longer game strategy. Gain 3 life. And then I'm going to play a Drover. Swing. I mean, we get to start pushing pressure, and it's not going to be very long before we get to push a ton of pressure. Putting cards like Charging Monster Sword and Raging Sword Tooth down. Yeah, you got me again. I'm at 10. Alright. So he's shocking me. I'm at 7. Wizard's Lightning. I'm at 6. He's got 1 card in hand. Wow. I'm at 3. You have the burn. Lava Coil. I'm at 2. I'm dead. It's over. Wow. Very good opponent. Very good. Wow. I even took the route of like putting a creature out and gaining 3 additional life. Holy cow. Okay, well. Let's run it back. I don't think I make any changes here. New Dino Planeswalker. Ripjaw, the final hope. Sword Point Risk Factor. There you go. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people are really liking the Punisher Burn deck. I mean, it's a not a bad deck to be a standard burn deck. It's got pretty much all the parts you need. I'll keep. I'm going to keep that on top too. So we'll go Overgrown Tomb, untapped or tapped. This is not the greatest hand in the world, but assuming we draw a few threats, we should be okay. Viashino Pyromassa. I think that I can wait here. Let's go ahead and kill Pyromancer. Another Pyromancer. Okay. Okay. Let's gain some life. Give him a chance to put a couple extra creatures on the battlefield. Not that I really want that to happen, but we'll give him an opportunity. Sword Point. I'll take 3 damage for a Sword Point. And he can have the lands. And get 2 Lava Runner. Alright. We take 2... I could Regisaur. Yeah, let's Regisaur. And then we have status to like maybe do something tricky. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that was I'm gonna try to save it. If he puts an additional spell on it, then I'm okay with that. Another Lava Coil. Okay, so we took care of 2 Lava Coils right there. I mean, we do take 4 and go to 10 here, but 2 Lava Coils. It's not horrible. Didn't hit another land, so Death Gorge is out of the question. Okay, he's got a Wizard's Retort. Or he's got a Wizard's... got a Wizard's Lightning there. Ah. Alright, so I am going to fire off this Fiery Cannonade. Stop a little bit of damage. Neither of these are pirates. Here comes the Wizard's Lightning. We could be in trouble here. Is this a risk factor? Risk factor. I'm going to say no. You can have the cards. Land. Electrostatic field. Okay, well. Old Death Gorge, don't fail me now. I think we have to eat the risk factor, which doesn't gain us life, but in a way it does gain us life. I don't know. I think we have to eat the risk factor there. I just can't let him, like, risk him casting it again. I mean, he may just have more. He may just be able to burn us to death right here. Another risk factor. Okay, well. Alright, draw cards. He's got 6 cards in hand. This'll be a hard fight. This will be a very hard fight. Who saw a rapper doing damage in standard right now like Drake? Hilarious. Alright. More creatures. Flood the board with creatures. Lightning Strike. Aww. Wow, he did it to Death Gorge? Not me. He could have just Lightning Strike me to the face. Alright. Alright, opponent. This deck's just tossing spells at me. Oh yeah, that's exactly what this deck's doing. Well, we have to Fiery Cannonade here. He's got 4 cards in hand, got a risk factor in the graveyard, which means I'll give him 3 more cards. So, I mean, we're pretty dead here. He's back to 6 cards in hand. Opponent. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're so done being for him. We are so done. Sword Point. We're at 1. Okay. Yeah, you get to keep them all. There's a shock. Yeah. Good job, opponent. Good game. Yeah, they're just toying with us. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you don't play a deck like that if you're not some type of troll, right? No, Electrostatic Field's not a bad card. I mean, it's a 0/4, so I mean, it blocks a ton of things. Blocks a ton of things that have been pumped. I mean, it'll block a Night token while there's a Benevolent Marshal on the battlefield, so that's something to think about. You thought our fatties would be overwhelming to the opponent, but he just had so much burn. Oh yeah, that deck just doesn't run out of burn. That's all it is, just more and more burn. Even his creatures are burned, so... let's get into another game. We'll play some more here. Well, that was just game 1. Match 1. Rakdos could make that thing nasty. He's the new Gutter Snipe. I don't know about that, but even Gutter Snipe's not that great. Like, Gutter Snipe's one of those cards everyone... Like, it seems like everyone always wants it to be great. I'm going to keep this hand. But it's just not that great. I'm going to go to the bottom with this. I need a green source or kind of like nothing matters. If we don't get a green source, just nothing matters. We'll go red because we have more untapped green sources that will trigger off of red. Do we need it now? I think I pay 2 life to commune with dinosaurs here. Let's go communing. Okay, so I think we want land, and I think it needs to be green. All right, so next turn we're looking at Gift of Paradise. Let's get this Rootbound Crag. Next turn we'll Gift of Paradise, and then we can Ripjaw Raptor. So Red-Black Punisher deck. Last night you went one win, 4 losses. That White Weenie deck is hard to beat. It is. So you actually played with the White Weenie deck that, like, was it Dev's White Weenie deck or just the one from the Pro Tour? You've been finished with 10 damage from snipe alone. Yeah, I've been killed by snipe a lot, but people really just understand the power of gutter snipe, and most of the time you're just not getting in with gutter snipe. Or he's just gonna die. He's gonna catch their first kill spell, and it's just gonna be hard to deal with him. So, or he's hard to keep on the battlefield so that you can actually do damage with gutter snipe, in my experience. But if you keep him down, I mean, lightning strikes do 5 damage, shocks do 4. I mean, it gets crazy. Oh, the Pro Tour version, it's a beast. Oh yeah, it is a beast. All right, so he's gonna tick this up. Well, we're gonna take his opportunity to tick down away from him. He actually sacked a land. Like, that happened. So we're gonna go red. Because I'm gonna be smacking a Vraska for 5 points of damage right here. Bam! Taking her down. And he sacked a land to draw a card. I don't think that's really what you want to do. Leading with Vraska, right? No, I mean, I would have expected Vraska to come down and tick down on our Gift of Paradise, but that just seems really weird for me. Vicious Offering, that's pretty sweet. Now he sacrifices. I mean, that works. Alright, so we get more land. Go double green. Or Ripjaw. Now, Ripjaw doesn't have ramp, or doesn't have trample, which means he might be able to get some stuff out in front of Vraska. But Ripjaw is a 4-mana creature, so Vraska can't down tick on him. However, he is getting up in the, up to a higher land count here, and we might see big Vraska soon. Alright, Sapperling Migration. Spore Crown Thallid. Ooh. Okay. He got rid of another land. Alright, well, I'm going to just start with Commune. And Commune is not very nice to us. Just a land. So, I guess I'll get Dragon Skull Summit. We'll play the Dragon Skull Summit. Double green. Like, we can keep up both of our, like, 2 combat tricks here. I'm going to swing at Vraska. Maybe he'll let us draw a card. If he puts everything in front of it, I may just give it Death Touch and just kill everything. If he just puts 1, then... Wow. Just doesn't want to do damage to our Ripjaw Raptor. Okay, well. Yes, Raging Swordtooth would be wonderful. And I put 1 on the bottom at the beginning when I scried. Demon of Catastrophes. We may just destroy that. Let's Commune first. See if we can find a Raging Swordtooth. It's not a Raging Swordtooth. Raging Regisaur. We can play that. So we'll go green, red, black. Tempted to swing at Vraska here. Really wish I had Trample, though. Vraska? I'll trade one of these for a card. And this is the only box he's going to make. Like, if he loses his here, I'm really happy with that. Alright, so I'm going to cast... Maybe it would have been better to not play Raging Regisaur and just play it. Ooh, fungal infection. He fungal infectioned his own dude, making it... He scooped! He scooped! He made a punt and scooped. You gotta play through your punts, opponent. Play through your punts. Ah, yeah, there we go. He played a fungal infection on his own creature and then shame scooped. Gotta play through them. Punts are part of Magic. You gotta play through them. Shame scoop. We've all been there. We've all been there. Monstersaur already got haste. Maybe that's why he left it out. Yeah, no Carnage Tyrant either, so... let's draw some cards, right? Yeah. I want to draw cards. I love drawing cards. Well, we get to have an early commune, Gift of Paradise, turn 4 Monstersaur. Turn 4 Monstersaur is not a bad hand when you've been playing things like Commune with Dinosaurs and Gift of Paradise, and I think I'm going to keep a Raging Regisaur here. I mean, I am bound to get this Gift of Paradise down. If we don't get the Gift of Paradise down, then we're going to be in a little bit of trouble because I don't have a red source. There's another good dino to play. So, yeah, if we resolve our... There's a burglar rat. Alright, whatever. Get rid of a black. Get rid of that swamp. Alright, so... Gift of Paradise will gain some life, pass the turn. I guess if I had to, like, discard anything here... Divest? Oh, man. Choose an artifact or a creature. He's just going to take it away from me. He got rid of Raging Swordtooth. Okay. So, what the heck are you going to do about... we still need to hit a land, don't we? Land? Not a land. Oh well. We do get our Regisaur down. Is this like cast down? Just cast it down. Discovery. That's good news. Because if he doesn't have a creature down, then we just get to swing in for 4. Oh wait, wrong rats. Tetsuko Rats is back. Oh, I like Tetsuko. I love that Tetsuko Rats deck. Like, that deck was so much fun. Unfortunately, we lost one of the major pieces to it. Ooh, look what we drew! I think I slam it. Like, pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to do here with him having one land up. And then... we kill the rat so that he can't stop 4 points of damage. Because otherwise the rat blocks. What do you have, like, dive down? Really? So now the rat blocks anyway. I mean, we made him use a card. I'm pretty happy with him using a card here. I mean, you gonna... Sure. Okay. So we... basically... yeah, he got to gain life by not taking the 4 points of damage, but it cost him a card. So he's gonna scoop. He's gonna scoop. Tetsuko Rats at your LGS went 1 and 3 a couple weeks ago. It's only being played again. It's only when being against you. You were playing True Fire Extinction combo. I think True Fire Extinction combo is a little weak. Really? Scooped it up too? Another opponent scooping up in shame. Alright, we're going to play one more. I know that was 3 matches, but our opponents, they just don't want to, they don't want to go the distance. Alright, alright. Hand's okay. His hand's okay. Not the greatest hand in the world, but, you know, playing Ripjaw Raptor on curve. Like, I may just, like, slam Deathgorge Scavenger on 3 and then just get into a Ripjaw Raptor and just go that route. So, we'll see. He was trying to have fun. Got the combo once, though. Yeah, hey, man, sometimes that's what it's about. Sometimes, like, when you go to FNM, that you just really want to have fun. And sometimes you don't really care and you just want to win and you go play like the most aggressive thing you can because like you're like, okay, well, I want these games to be over in 10 minutes because I got some trading to do this weekend or some other stuff, you know, LGS stuff. They can't handle the John dinosaurs, John Dino Dolphins. I like it. I like it. Winning's fun, right? Winning is fun. Winning's fun. But sometimes you play mono red because you either want it to be over one way or another really fast. So, I don't know. Of course, I guess you could play Boros for that same reason. Boros seems to be doing pretty good. I'm liking the Boros deck. The gameplay on it's actually really interesting. When you listen to Andrew, the PT winner, Dolphin was supposed to be black. If it's a black dolphin, it makes all the difference. It's now a Leviasaur or something like that. I don't know. That's probably not a real dinosaur, but you're going to play Boros mid-range this weekend or this week. Sounds good. I mean, Boros mid-range seems good. Are you going to put the Direfleet Daredevils main board or in the sideboard? Like, are you going to Cotley Honor Guard or what? Kenneth, I did see your Path to Metal deck. I actually got requested as one of my Patreon decks this month to play or brew around a Path to Metal deck. So at some point, we're going to see probably your Path to Metal deck because it looked like it was getting a couple of votes, and we're going to see my version of Path to Metal. So yeah, looks like there's going to be some Path to Metal coming up. So, might have to do that here soon. I'm going to try to quit making plans. Like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Oh, you have to sacrifice 2 islands to untap Leviasaur. Alright, I like it. But he's got Island Walk, right? Like, you got to sacrifice 2 islands, but he's got Island Walk. He's got to have Island Walk. 7 mana. Of course, it's a 7 mana creature, right? Yeah. 7 mana creature with Island Walk. Yeah. And your silly little dog, too. Alright, opponent. Alright, a last opponent just scooped on us. This opponent is just 3.5 minutes in the tank right now. Garth Algar. Of course, forget the person you asked to upload a Path of Metal deck. Marcus, for the record, man, I just know that some people were talking about Path of Metal. At this point, I'm not even sure that I seen Kenneth's Path of Metal deck. I seen a Path of Metal deck. Might have been yours, but my bad. I just assumed that there couldn't possibly be more than one person talking about a Path of Metal deck. But then again, you know, I did get requested to build a Path of Metal deck. So, I don't know. Maybe you were all on this Path of Metal jank. I don't know. It's a weird list you found on MTG Goldfish. One dude's been 5-0ing on MTGO with it the past 2 weeks. Seems good. Opponent is, what's the word? It's a type of troll specific to games like MTG. As they were stricken down to the ground. What? Didn't even know it existed. Path of Metal's a really cool card. I mean, if cards like Goblin Chain Whirler are devastating, then playing cards like Path of Metal are also devastating. Playing the dinosaur in this deck, we could have some real blowouts with with these cards in certain matchups. So Boros midrange with Frenzy and Aurelia and Rekindling Phoenix, lots of good cards. See, Poopy, what you just said right there is like the problem. Like that's the biggest problem with the meta right now. Is there are so many good cards that it's hard to be specific on a particular deck. Like there are so many good Boros cards right now that you can build Boros Angels, you can build Boros Aggro, you can build Boros Midrange, and they're all really powerful strategies. And that's kind of going to be where our meta goes to. I mean, we're going to have this meta is going to be like there's going to be a lot of just really well-known decks, and those are going to be considered tier 1. Those are going to be what people are playing and everything else, or tier 1.5. But there are going to be so many good tier 2 decks, tier 1.5 decks that just kind of float right under that tier 1 radar, that you're going to be able to like spike your local tournaments. You're going to be able to just take wins from your F&M and stuff like that. Like there's so many good strategies out there that you can play around with. Mono Blue tier 1.5? Yeah, I think so. Mono Blue's got a chance to beat everything except for the aggressive decks. I've heard tells that it actually does fairly well against the Boros decks. I know it does well against the life gain decks like the Johnny's Pride Mate, because I've been like beating on a Johnny's Pride Mate decks on Arena for some time now with my Mono Blue. So I don't know. But we were talking about like so many good cards. I mean, you've got like just look at Sultai for example. It's so difficult to build a Sultai deck because there's so many different variants. There's so many different ways you can go with it. I'm going to keep this hand. We've got Thunderherd Migration on turn 2 to get us into a dinosaur on turn 3. I mean, it might just be a Death Gorge Scavenger, but still. Yeah. I'll reveal the Death Gorge Scavenger. We've got... Do we need double green? Maybe. Maybe. May need it more like before we need the black sources. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't like Jun right now, guys. Like, I'm just gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I am not a fan of Jun right now. I just don't think Jun is great. Ooh, Argyle's Bloodfast in the graveyard. Well, we get a land drop this turn. We're not doing anything else. Death Gorge Scavenger looks like it wants to come down. Like, let's do that. I'm gonna eat the cards out of his graveyard for effect. I was really hoping that he would have like thrown a creature in or something. Thief of Sanity, kind of seen that coming. We need a land off the top. Gift of Paradise, it's okay. It's not the greatest in the world. We will swing here though. What worries me is he gets a big dino off the top. So we need land so we can get into charging Monstrosaur. He throws away land. Could have been 3 lands. He may just have a land. What are you going to do? Drover of the Mighty. Alright, well, land, Drover of the Mighty. Not bad. Okay, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I could go... We just take one more shot at it. I think we just kill Thief of Sanity here, right? And swing. Statue you! I played a land this turn, didn't I? I did. I played a land. Otherwise, I could Thunderherd Migration, and then... No, I played a land this turn. Gain a little life. Definitely eating the Thief of Sanity here. Make him have to deal with this Deathgorge Scavenger. Now, if we do hit another land, we're set to be able to go like Tetsamok, you know, Prey Counter, Prey Counter. Okay. Alright. Tati coming down. Ripjaw's not bad. I actually like Ripjaw because we get to like play Ripjaw and put a counter on like Tatiova. But I can also go get a land this turn, which means I can play Thunderherd Migration and Ripjaw Raptor. So I think I'm going to go that route. We reveal Ripjaw. I'm going to go get another Black Source. Oh, it comes in tapped. Dang it. I thought it went to my hand. That's horrible. Okay, well, we just make the best out of it. We put our prey counters on. We'll eat a Thunderherd Migration. And if he wants to lose Tatiova here, he can. He did not. So now he's got to like have an Essence Scatter. He's got to be able to stop what we've got going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I made a little bit of a bad sequencing there, but it turned out all right. If this resolves, it'll turn out just fine. Nothing angers a control player like not having control. Right. Right. It's easy to make strategies look good on paper, and just because a deck will work really well with itself doesn't mean that the power level of that deck is on par with anything else, really. Oh, man, we need to hit. Land. Sweet, we got a land. All right, so the question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we kill Wayward Swordtooth or Thief of Sanity? I think it's Thief of Sanity. We're gonna cast Tetsamok. Do a little board sweeping. Little board sweeping. Just a little bit. Not getting in here. Can't do it. Kill the thief. Yeah, that's the play I went with as well. And you get a prey counter, and you get a prey counter, and you, and you, and you. Everybody gets a prey counter. Twilight Prophet. Well, that's a little bit of a problem right there. Do we just get aggressive? I think we just get aggressive here with the monster swords. Let's go do it. Just get in there. I mean, are you not gonna... So, we really need to kill this Lazav. He's gonna take it. Wow. Alright, well, Overgrown Tomb was the card he revealed off the Twilight Prophet, so he's already getting to draw a few cards here. If you'll all look under your seats, Tetsamok will rip your head off. You have a funny feeling Jun will be the mid-range deck to beat. Mardu for aggro, Esper for control, and Teamer for combo. Just have a feeling. Well, you just mentioned the strengths of these wedges, so I'm going to say that all of those things could happen. All of those things could very well happen. What else could happen is we could play this charging Monster Sora this turn and do a lot of damage. Yeah, well, that's a far stretch for a combo. I mean, first off, you got to be holding both the cards. Not a lot of dig to make sure you can get either of the cards. The one piece of dig we really do have can't get one of the halves of that combo. So it's just kind of one of those things that's in the deck that might happen from time to time. But yeah. Teamer's strength is combo. Dude, people have been playing red, blue, green combo decks for a long time. It's because of red, blue works really well in combos. Like, is it strength is combo? And then you normally either need black or green paired with that for additional combo. Alright. Well, we definitely want old Monster Sora. Let's get old Monster Sora in here. I think I attack with everything. I am going to eat a non-creature spell, so this doesn't just get easily eaten by a Twilight Prophet. And then, ooh, I likes it. Opponent at 2. I mean, he probably got one of our spells, but still. That's the whole thing of Rug. Yeah, red, blue, green is that's Teamer. I mean, that's kind of a thing, man. Like, people used to like Teamer is either like combo or tempo. We used to have some really cool decks back in Innistrad the first time around with Huntmaster of the Fails. People were running like Teamer Huntmaster decks and things like that. Barry Drake, thank you very much. I actually just realized that you said thank you from Veterans Day. I want to say thank you very much. I appreciate it. I really do. Speaking of songs, we're going to play the happy song at one of our swing dances. It's totally danceable. Really. You're going to play the song from our stream at one of your dance. That's awesome. That is so awesome. Well, this is a thing. How does this work for us, though? Okay, so no death touch. This comes in. We can kill Muldrotha. If we do Raging Swordtooth, then like Muldrotha still has to get in front of Charging Monster Sora, whether we play this before or after combat. So before combat. I think that's awesome that you're playing that song at a dance. That's pretty cool. Let's go bigger. Go bigger, go home. Alright, so Thief gets in there. Yeah. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Sweeping the board. Chat got away from me. You've been playing playing it on Arena, and besides not having all the dual lands needed and some sideboard cards, it works pretty well. What are we talking about, Rocker? What have you been playing? Besides the Mardu builds, will only be good depending which colors. Okay. Just talking about some Mardu deck. Forgot about Huntmaster. Blast from the past moment. Oh man. There were some Naya decks with Huntmaster of the Fells using cards like Replenish, or was it Replenishing Angel or something like that? The one that would blink. When it had Venser's blink ability on it. Yeah, like so you just like you'd get Huntmaster flip, and then once he flipped, like you would blink him, or you'd blink like an acidic slime. Yeah, there at that same time in Standard, we also had this card called Birthing Pod. And there was this Naya Birthing Pod deck that was, oh my goodness, it was so much fun. But there were Teamer Birthing Pods as well, and yeah, Restoration Angel, that angel, real angel. I think Fire Cannonade is decent here, but I think Lightning Strike will do the job. For that, I am just going to take out Thunderherd Migration again. Could be worth it to bring in Duress, but I think this is a deck that's got a lot of permanents, so. Old Birthing Pod. That's right, Old Birthing Pod was a thing. That's right, Thragtusk was around back then. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, Standard has had some really powerful decks. Like, all these cards I'm talking about, look this shit up if you don't know what it is. Oh my god, you think we got some broken cards right now? We had some broken cards. Alright, so we can Drover, which might get us into our red mana. Wow. Turn 1. Pilfering Imp. He's imping. Look at this man, his empanadas. There's a red source. That'll work. That will work. Which means that I'm starting like this. This way, if I have to bring down the Lightning Strike next turn, I can. Well, yeah. Get you a card. Like, do you take my Drover? Or do you take a Monster Sword? Because you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with that Monster Sword. Get that. Oh, took the Drover. Fine. That's fine. I'll just keep Lightning Strike up. Which was the whole point of playing the Swamp on turn 1, was because if he took the Drover, then I wanted to be able to play the red source untapped on 2 to be able to keep up the Lightning Strike. So he did exactly what I was kind of worried that he would do. We don't have a turn 3 play, so we can bring this in tap and just pass. We'll just keep Lightning Strike up and go from there. Jareth Miles, let's not talk about my favorite card. Mimic Vat is a wonderful card, and when people are playing acidic slimes, and you get their acidic slime under your Mimic Vat, well, this is just one of the best feelings ever. It just doesn't seem to get better than that. Like, that's just the bee's knees, man. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah. Acidic slime, you haven't lived until you've gotten an acidic slime under a Mimic Vat. That is just too good. Well, do we... He knows about the Monster Swords, so he's got to be ready to stop those. The question is do we play out Monster Swords and then let him counter or kill them? Or do we play out Ripjaw Raptor? And I think it's Monster Swords. Like, if we're going to lose something, losing a Monster Sword seems doable. I mean, getting a Ripjaw out and then making him block it, he's going to kill it. He's going to kill it. What the? That just hit him! I don't want him to have the mana to activate the imp. I could have done it on his turn. So I mean, if he's got counter, I guess. Okay, Memorial Folly. He's just gonna go get his. He sacrificed Memorial Folly to get his creature back. Stitcher Supplier. Okay. Puts Lazav, Seeker Squire, and Wayward Swordtooth in the graveyard. The opponent still doesn't have any green sources. A Thief is Sanity. Alright, so we get a green source. So that works. I mean, we get to try to push for damage here. I mean, he may still have a kill spell or something, but I think I swing into this, and then if we have to Lightning Strike, we do. Wow. We're going to draw some cards. He threw away a Muldrotha, a Vraska. We drew another land. I think I thief this now. Or kill this thief now, or try to. Yeah, we'll do that. And now we're set up to swing for lethal this turn. Wow! Muldrotha, that important. Had to slam that Muldrotha. Just had to get her there. We need something big off the top. Something very big would be very nice. Stitcher Supplier back. So, what does he do? Eat Ripjaw Raptor? If we swing with both, he has to... If we swing with both here... Alright, so if we don't swing, what happens? He untaps with a god-awful amount of mana, can cast whatever he wants from the graveyard. He's got a ton of things. If we swing with both, he blocks charging Monstrosaur with Muldrotha, possibly blocks Ripjaw Raptor with Stitcher Supplier. We draw a card, or he takes the damage. I think I have to swing. I think I have to swing with everything here. I don't like it, but I think that's where we're at. We need a Swordtooth. Swordtooth right here. There's not a Swordtooth. God awful is an exact amount of mana. Well, the out for me there was hitting a Swordtooth. Like, I think that's exactly where we had to be, and then we drew 3 additional lands, and yeah. Things got bad from there. So we need him to turn this sideways, and then we need to, like, top deck 2 cards. Yeah. I think it was the right play to make the attack and go for the out, but unfortunately, we just did not get that. Ooh. X equals god awful, right? A game partially based on luck is fun. It is, especially when you're digging for your outs and things of that nature. I mean, it can be fun. It can be a lot of fun. You find that especially true when you're what? I have no clue what Jareth said that you're replying to. All right, well, we're just getting beat in the face here. This is just happening. Yep, Drag Greenseeker. GG opponent. GG. We do got one more game, though. We got one more. Well, sometimes, like, the best skill is just being able to play to your outs. I think we keep it the way we are. Maybe bring in Fight with Fire, but I don't think so. Like, I think we just want to keep it where we're at. They're talking about the excitement of finding new cards that you didn't know about before. Oh yeah, definitely happens to me a lot. You know, considering I didn't start playing Magic till about 10 years ago, and Magic had like 10, 15 years by the time I started playing it. So there's a ton of cards out there that I've never seen. Well, it looks like we're gonna have an early game of communing. We're just gonna talk with our dinosaurs for a little while. Just have a little talk with them, telling them, look, we need you guys to stay in the deck, hand me a couple more lands, and then come out at that precise moment. That's what these dinos need to do. So we'll see. We'll see if they listen. We're gonna talk to them a lot here. Now the question is, do we need that fourth land? Do we want that fourth land, or do we want a second Tetsumak? Or do we want that Rootbound Crag to be able to get these Ripjaw Raptors down, start turning these Ripjaws sideways? Or do I want this Black Source? I don't think I'm doing anything else this turn. I'm going to take this Black Source. We'll play it next turn. Play it tap. Lizev. Alright. Alright, Lizav. This card's like, Lizav's awesome. Lizav pitching a Lizav. Flavor win. Alright, well, next turn's the turn that we just start dropping Ripjaws. Reassuring the dinosaurs aren't going to be wiped out by a meteor or the Ice Age. Right. I don't know. I feel like I'm in an Ice Age right now. Oh, crap. Thief of Sanity. Really, really hard for a lot of decks to deal with. And, like, once they get Thieves, we're in trouble. Like, we're in so much trouble. Because now he can start, like, pulling cards from our deck. That is not what we want to see. It's just not what we want to see. We need another Black Source so we can, like, use this Tetsumak. Wouldn't mind going ahead and getting that off the top here very soon. Like, this turn, so that we could, like, untap. Ah, there it was right there. There it was. He pitched a Charging Monstersaur and a Swamp. Stitcher Supplier. Pitched a Twilight Prophet and Eldest Reborn and a Swamp of his own. What's up, stream? How you doing, Jack? Welcome, welcome. You showed up for the last game here. We've made a bunch of opponents actually just quit out. This particular opponent's playing Sultai. He's got a pretty sweet list, Thief of Sanity list, and he's taking our stuff and whooping on us with it. Well, it's not the Black Source I wanted. But I'm going to reveal. Try to get in for some damage. Alright, he's blocking. Oh, drawing card sounds great. There's a Drover. Drover does kind of help get us there. I think we're still on the Ripjaw plan, though. Like, Drover will help us get to the casting Tetsumak. What could he have taken that's better than Charging Monstersaur? He made Lizav into a Stitcher Supplier. Okay. That makes no sense to me. He Aunt Nancy'd. I don't know what Aunt Nancy is. You have an Aunt Nancy that does something? By that example, that would make him very evil and self-serving. What? Oh my goodness, I have no clue what you guys are talking about. Something about David Bowie and a baby. Oh, are we both going to draw cards? Alright, so... Green. Black. Play the Drover. Swing? I mean, if he puts both in front of one Ripjaw, that's fine. We'll kill the Lazav. Ooh, could I have done all the damage to just... Ooh, maybe I should have done that. Maybe I messed that up. I think I could have done all the damage to just the one creature. Maybe. And then not have done any damage to Ripjaw Raptor. He just keeps getting more and more of our cards. He throws land in the graveyard, so I assume he got something better than land. Okay, well... Necrotic Wound for $1 million? What? Okay, whatever. How much was that Necrotic Wound for? I guess I could deal with the math on it, but whatever. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna pay for it. Oh, I already had a prey counter on it. That was a mistake. Alright, so I paid 2 life I didn't have to pay for. Oops. I thought I hadn't got a prey counter on Thief of Sanity yet. So yeah, that's 2 life I didn't have to pay for. Salty mid-range Reanimator. Yeah, it'll make you salty. What's up, everyone? How's the deck playing? This is the last match, and we've done really well in all the other matches. Not doing like the greatest thing in the world here. Come on, give me a status off the top. Status off the top just one time. Status would be so good. I mean, he's got blockers forever now. I mean, he just keeps bringing things back to block with. So, like, I don't really know how this is supposed to work. Just want to play around Eldest Reborn here by putting a couple extra bodies down. I mean, so now he plays, what, Creature? So he plays Chump Blocker. Can play Chump Blocker, play Vraska, and then he can play a land, he can play an enchantment. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of options here. Don't know if I like that one. We still have a Tetsamok in the deck, though. Splashing green for Shalai's ability and debating buying some Knights of Autumns or slightly boosting green sources to play Vivian Reed. See, everything you just said there with, Knight of Autumn, great card in the meta right now. A lot of decks are using Conclave Tribunal, and, it works great there. We see a lot of decks playing, Vivian Reed. She's just absolutely wonderful, especially if you're playing, Carnage Tyrant. Being able to, look at those top 5 cards, find that Carnage Tyrant, stuff like that. That's absolutely great. All right. Dead weight. Okay. Stitcher Supplier. We did it! We've assembled the combo! Sorry. I got too excited for that. I'm sorry, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Alright, going into full control mode. There's no full control mode. This is Magic Online. You're always in full control. Should we have swung first? Yeah, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Boom! Just kill everything. Draw a card. It's fine. The moment we've all been waiting for it. Yeah, I wish it just dealt damage to opposing creatures, but whatever. Kill Hostage Taker before we can actually pick our creature up. Because if he picks it up, we don't actually get a priority back until he puts our creature on the stack. And he's got the mana to be able to do that. And I don't want him to be able to have that priority. So, have to do it before he actually responds. So now he needs to deal with this, which is great for us, because then we get to slam a Charging Monstrosaur. Hopefully, if all goes well, we'll be able to deal with this Baraska. Smart on the opponent there, though. Looking for, more options before he actually... Well, we have to. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I go... We can get out of, like, just being, instant killed range. Deal with this card draw engine he's got here. Can't let him keep that. And then go from there. We've still got one card exiled that we do not know about. We don't know what he took. We just don't know. So, living on the top deck. Once the new set drops, yeah, it may be. It may, like, I've seen some decks like try to do it. I wouldn't really worry about it being Rakdos that did it as much as I would worry about it being... and here's where we lose. I wouldn't worry so much about it being Rakdos as I would it being Jun. I really think that once we get the lands, the Gruul lands, the Rakdos lands, that we're going to have this Jun deck that's just going to be backbreaking. Memorial of Folly, we're seeing it do good things here, pulling back a Muldrotha, which will then put the opponent way ahead in the late game. Muldrotha's probably got some of the most staying power of any of the decks I have seen as far as late game staying power. If you build it to the point where you have multiple Memorial of Follies and things like that, and you can start getting back into those, then it's just game over from there. All right, well. I scoop because he can down tick Baraska to kill my one creature and then swing for lethal. So if you guys are wondering why I scoop, it's not an early scoop. We're dead on board. This run has proven my science is strongest. um, you have been for a week plus. That's true. You have been stream boss for a week. Does not say much about donations and such though. Hey, I make a living at this. All right, so I need those donations. So unfortunately, I don't like it when one person stays stream boss for a really long time, but it happens. Yeah. Anyway, that's our Debs deck. Jeez. Well, we won most of them, but kind of got run over here at the end. All in all, I really liked, just it had good synergy. It played well. I don't think that the power curve of the deck is where we need it to be for standard. Unfortunately, you're taking a lot of time to play a lot of cards that just die to a lot of easy, cheap removal, like cast down. I think pretty much most of the deck dies to cast down, except for Tetsamot. So, like someone running a lot of cast downs or something like that would be able to easily take the deck. Anyone being very aggressive could probably take the deck. Anyone that can go into a really late game can probably take the deck. So, staying power in standard, I don't know, but it was a lot of fun to play with. I mean, we even got to do our board wipe. So, healing, initiate. There you go. You know what, Poopy? I appreciate that. I do. I really do. Oh, Barry Drake said, okay, well, fix that. Bring it on. Oh, man, y'all were talking smack. Barry showed y'all up. Okay. That's what Barry does. You got healed, and then you got killed. Oh, he got healed and killed. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate it. You guys did not have to do that because I said I make a living off of this, but I make a living off of this, so thank you. Thank you all. Stay-at-home dad's way of making extra money, right? Mana Gods weren't with you the second game. No, they were not. They were not, Nate Dogg. All in all, though, this is a fun stream. Like I had fun playing with dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are a lot of fun. Speaking of which, we've got some dinosaurs we're going to play with here very soon. I'm going to get out some video footage of a couple of the tier 1 decks, but this next week it's pretty much just going to be Deb's decks and some decks that I've been wanting to play for the past couple weeks. We've had a lot of meta settling and stuff like that. Everyone trying to figure out what are the best decks and stuff like that. But over the next week or so, expect me to play more jank. Or non-tier 1 decks, tier 1.5, tier 2 decks. Decks that I think are fairly well placed to fight, but all in all, just decks I've been wanting to play with. There's some strategies out there I've just been wanting to to put my 2 cents in on, and I'm going to be doing that. So, you're a terrible cleric. Oh man, it's messed up. Healed up to get 1 shot. Well, like a joke, boss. How does that feel? Oh man. Don't give him shit, guys. That's mean. It's mean. That's mean. I'm sure he's laughing about it though. Between Poopy and Barry, they're the two that put each other at 0.9 or they're at 1 life. Either way. Druid the Cow over Drover the Mighty? Probably. I would definitely choose Druid over Drover. I don't like Drover. I think Druid of the Cow is a better card. Drover the Mighty does create mana of any color, but I like Druid of the Cow. I like cards like Fine Finale. I like a lot of those cards. I just don't think that I would be in Jund right now. Like I just can't back a Jund deck, period, right now, just because there's so many other things I want to be doing in Jund that the mana just doesn't support. So, working on an Elves and Angels deck. That sounds fun. That sounds like a lot of fun, Nate. Post it on the Reddit when you get it, man. I'd be happy to see it. And if everyone else votes on it, we'll be happy to play it. So, this was a budget deck. Yes. This is. I think this whole deck's like $7 or $8 on Magic Online, but all in all, like the deck's like $70 in paper or something like that. Maybe not even that much. I think in the paper world, the deck's only expensive because of the mana base. And if you didn't run this mana base, the deck's really, really cheap. So, working on a Boneyard Parlay deck, I have liked that card. I like that card ever since we lost, what was it, Everlasting, something like that. The one that when you cast it would go on the bottom of your library and you just use, you'd use the big 8-mana demon to just go get it back. Yeah, I forget what it was. Yeah. Go vote for Path of Riches on Reddit. Path of Metal, Rebel and Riches. Seems cool. Speaking of Reddit, your boy has a Simic deck. So anyone that hasn't seen it should go check it out and give it that downvote. Upvote. Yeah, Razakath. You would get back. It was ever something. I played it in my Sultai deck. Sultai Reanimator back when we had Ishkana. Jeez, I can't think of it. But you would basically just get Ishkana and something else back. And yeah, it was great. Downvote you in the head. Don't tell them to do that, alright? Nah, upvote people's decks if you like. And if you don't like one person's deck, you just upvote everybody else's and not that one person. This way you're still not downvoting, but you didn't give them your vote, right? No, it's Reddit. Do what you want. If you don't like a deck, then don't vote on it. If you do like a deck, then vote on it. So, yeah. All right. I know what song Barry wants to hear. Get him some dance practice in. So, I'm going to finish out the stream with a happy song. I'm going to crank it up. We're going to let this play. And all in all, I had a lot of fun with this deck. I hope you guys had fun watching it. So, I had fun watching our opponents just scoop up. Watching our opponents punt and then just shame scoop makes me feel better because like I punt and then don't get the opportunity to shame scoop most of the time. So, drop that downvote. Helm Splitter, got it? Yeah, there you go. You clever rocker. You're clever. Yeah, it was a fun stream. It was. Thanks everyone for coming out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night. I will say that tomorrow is my wife's birthday, so I don't know what I'm doing there. I'm sure I'm going to be streaming something at some point, but I don't want to make any plans because tomorrow's my wife's birthday. So, thanks everyone. Thanks Eric. Good night all. Take us home. Happy song. Here we go. Everyone, have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Little Caravan Bowser for everyone. And here we go. Good night, everybody.